that I can't use it anyway because they'll just ban me instantly. And it's like,
exactly,
showing the reality of war is very difficult. And when you try and talk about it, people think you're lying, or
people
that
think you're crazy.
You're supporting Russia because of this, or you're supporting, like, I'm just trying to tell you the truth.
It was to tie into that, when that's why I got pulled up right now on my laptop screen. The reason why I went to Ukraine, it was a little girl named Sasha Filipchuk, and she was she became news famous. Unfortunately, I wish that no one had really reported on her, but she was the reason why I went to Ukraine. And I always say that because, you get a little girl. She lost her arm. She was evacuating Irpin, and the Russians opened fire on her vehicle. And I don't know, I wasn't there, I didn't see it, obviously. I saw her on the news, and I was still in America, and that spurred my action to go. But at that point, though, I felt that a little bit of that propaganda. I felt like, well, fuck these guys. They're targeting a little girl. And I've always had a soft spot for kids. I hope that one day I can be stable enough financially and mentally to have a wife and have a daughter and stuff. I want to have my own family. And when I saw that, dude, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? What am I doing here in my comfortable life? And these fucking, monsters are killing kids. So when I arrived there, dude, when I eventually made my way across Ukraine, it was a hilarious story getting there, dude. I made it to the border of Ukraine and crossed the border of Ukraine penniless. I had $3K in my bank, but I ran into some other Americans, was just saying Warsaw, and they need a DD. They want to go drink out, party in club. Well, I went with them, and they left my debit card on an open tab, and they drained all my money. So without letting me know. Yeah, it was crazy, dude. So what I did is I was so pissed off that I made them pay for my bus ticket to the border, but I didn't go with them over. I went on my own. So yeah, when I got there, dude, again, I was now boots on the ground. I was seeing everything for myself, and I ended up in Lviv, and I was and this is how I got to Azov. I was going to join the Georgians. I actually had a whole application filled out. I was going to end up at the Georgian National Legion's barracks in Lviv, and I had a contact I was going to meet. But when I got there, he instead called me and said, "Hey, look, we can't take you. Our unit is full." I still think it's bullshit to this day, but whatever. I got with the unit, didn't matter to me now. But, well, I was sitting there in my uniform, really, really confused on what I was going to do. Had no money, no way to get back home. I was in a war zone, and this random Ukrainian came up to me, and his name, I still talk to him this day. His name's Mishna. And Mishna came up to me and said, "You're American." I said, "Yeah." He says, "Are you here to fight?" "Yeah." And then he started showing me these pictures of all the Russians that they've been fighting and killing outside of Kyiv. And he said this, and to this day, he's still the only, really the second Ukrainian I ever met who had a really realistic grasp of war. He said, this is what you came here to join to do. Do you want to do this? And I was looking at, like you said, it's easy on the media. I was looking on his phone. It's easy to look on a cell phone when you see dead bodies, these bodies of young men. And I was like, I had a lump in my throat, but I was like, yeah, I'm here to do this. I'm here to do this. And he's like, "Okay, follow me. I'll take you to Kyiv and you'll fight." And I was like, oh shit. So the next day I began my 9-hour drive to Kyiv with all my stuff, with Mishna. And the first body I ever saw in that war, dude, was when our bus had pulled aside into one of the in-between towns between Kyiv and Lviv. I needed to take a piss, so I ran into the bushes real quick and zipped down my pants as I'm peeing, dude. I'm sitting there, and I looked over to my side, and I see right there, dude, there's this corpse, this like Russian corpse that was being eaten by dogs, these puppies. And dude, I just fucking booked it back to the van. I just couldn't. I was like, I didn't think I saw what was real, but then Mishna came over and he asked me, "Are you okay?" And I was like, yeah, like I just kind of did a whole, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, let's keep going. So, but that was the first reality check. And honestly, I probably should have taken that reality check and tried to get home. But there's no way, dude. I mean, there's no way. I was fully there. No way to get back. And I think that's what spurred me forward, was just, I'm here. I can't go back, so I might as well stay and fight. So, and I tried to keep Sasha in my head the whole time. But you know, at some points you kind of lose kind of like your main focus with what you're doing and why you're doing it. So, but yeah, that was the first time I ever saw a body there, and I was but even just to call it a body, dude, it's like you call it a fucking body and you're just kind of demeaning. That was the first time I ever saw like a person that was dead, and it was just like a corpse, a skeleton being eaten by dogs, and it was yeah, it was pretty fucked up. So, and I wish that didn't have to happen. You know, we're in the 21st fucking century, and this shit's happening. I don't think it's right. You know, I mean, it's easy enough when you're surrounded, like I was in Azov Battalion, by these hardcore nationalists and stuff, and they're calling these guys kasaps and, you know, PWs and all this other bullshit, and, you know, vatniks, and it's easy to say that until those guys are killing you, and you're trying to kill them, and you take them prisoner, you see them up front face, you know, that's easy to do until you see them, you know. And so I think I don't think anyone here stateside who hasn't been over there, and I've had other younger guys reach out to me on social media, different platforms, and ask me, hey, how do I get over there? Hey, I want to go. Hey, can you help me? I just tell them, fuck off, dude. You don't want that in your life. Stay here. You know, you don't know what you're trying to go walk into. So, yeah.